welcome back to another video. My name is Becky. This channel is Let's Talk About Mental Health Awareness, and today we're going to be looking at a new documentary based on a court case called I Love You, Now Die. This is a tragic case where a girlfriend basically encouraged her boyfriend to kill himself to the point where he was successful. She has now been charged with involuntary manslaughter, and to be honest, I'm glad. In fact, I think it should have been voluntary because she knew what she was doing. She encouraged him. It's just horrific. So basically we're going to have a quick look at the trailer for the documentary. We'll have a look at the chat log and see kind of the things she was saying to him and just kind of chat about it a bit, because honestly reading the chat log made my heart sink. Like, I felt sick, I guess. It is horrific to think that other humans will encourage another to kill themselves. Like, no matter your situation, suicide is not the right option. Like, I get it. Like, even myself, I want to die, but I know it's still not right. And the fact that she encouraged someone who was suffering so much to do that, and he was in such a vulnerable place, and she pushed him and she pushed him, and she basically almost emasculated him and was like, you need to do this, you're a wimp, you've got to stop backing out. And it's awful. So basically we'll talk a bit about them. So it was a court case in 2014. Conrad Roy, her boyfriend, was found dead July 13th 2014. He was 18 at the time and Michelle was 17 at the time. And they were dating. I don't know how long they'd been dating, but they'd mainly chatted through social media, phone calls, texts, things like that. I don't think they really met up more than a handful of times, even though they weren't too far from each other. It was very much more of an online relationship. And they would chat a lot. They had thousands upon thousands of messages apparently between each other. Conrad had depression, he was suicidal, and at the beginning of the relationship, Michelle seemed to be quite supportive. She urged him not to, she was trying to help him, and yet only a little while later in their relationship, she not only encouraged him, but demanded that he was successful in killing himself via carbon monoxide poisoning in a car. And he actually did this after her poking and prodding. He got in a car, he'd set everything up, and then he got halfway through and climbed out and texted her saying, I'm scared, I don't want to do this. Her reply was, get back in the car. Not, okay, I understand, I'm coming to get you, or I'm so glad you're alive. No, just get back in the car. Like, that is so cold and unhuman to me that I cannot comprehend that. I wouldn't say that to, like, my greatest enemy, ever. Who can say that to someone, go kill yourself? Okay, so here's the chat log starting from the 7th of the 12th, 14th, so I guess that was the 12th of the 7th in UK, which is the 12th of July. So this is the day before, sadly, Conrad died. And let's just have a look at the chat. So they say hi. He says he's sorry, he fell asleep. She says, it's okay, why haven't you done it yet though? He put, I'm too messed up too. She says, what are you talking about? He puts, my head. She puts, you can't think about it, you just have to do it. You said you were going to do it. Like, I don't get why you won't. He says, I don't know either, I don't get it either. He then sends a message, like, repeatedly the same. No, you're not, Conrad, last night was it. You keep pushing it off and you say you'll do it, but you never do it. It's always going to be that way if you don't take action. You're just making it hard on yourself by pushing it off. You have to do it. Do you want to do it now? Is it too late, he says. I don't know, it's already light outside. He says, I'm going to go back to sleep. Love you. I'll text you tomorrow. She says, no, it's probably the best time now because everyone's sleeping. Just go somewhere in your truck and no one's really out right now because it's an awkward time. If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. And you can say you can do it tomorrow, but you probably won't. And she puts tonight, meaning tonight. And then she says, love you. He says, thank you. She puts, for what? She asks if he's awake. He says, what? Are you going to go? Is he going to do it today? He says, yes. She puts, like, in the daytime. Should I? He asks. Yeah, it's less suspicious. You won't think about it as much and you get it over with instead of waiting until the night. He then says, yeah, then I will. Like, where? She puts, like, I could go in any enclosed area. She then tells him exactly what to do. Go in your truck and drive in the parking lot somewhere. Go to a park or something. Do it now, like, early. Didn't we say this was suspicious, he says. And then she puts, no, I think night is more suspicious. A kid sitting in his car, just turn on the radio and do it. It won't be suspicious and it won't take long. All right, I'm heading Holly for a walk. I'm guessing that's his dog. She says, okay. And he puts, I don't know why I'm like this. Sometimes things happen and we never answer the answers why, she says. He says, like, why am I so hesitant lately? Like 2 weeks ago, I was willing to try everything, and now I'm worse, really bad, and I'm not falling through. It's eating me inside. She puts, you're so hesitant because you keep overthinking it and pushing it off. You just need to do it, Conrad. The more you push it off, the more it will eat at you. You're all ready and prepared. All you have to do is turn the generator on and you'll be free and happy. No more pushing it off, no more waiting. And he puts, you're right. She says, if you want it as bad as you say you do, it's time to do it today. And he puts, yup, no more waiting. She then replies with, okay, I'm serious. Like, you can't even wait until tonight. You have to do it when you get back from your walk. He says, thank you. She puts, for what? He says, still being here. She says, I would never leave you. You're the love of my life, my boyfriend. You're my heart. I'd never leave you. If you love someone, if they're your heart, why would you want them dead? Why would you want them away from you? You're saying you'll never leave him, but you're making him leave you. Like, this is so fucked up on a massive level. Who can be like this to a suffering human? I just don't understand it. She then says, well, I want you to be ready and sure. I'm overthinking, he says. She says, I thought you wanted to do this. The time is right and you're ready. You just need to do it. You can't keep living this way. You just need to do it like you did last time and not think about it and just do it, babe. You can't keep doing this every day. And he puts, I do want to, but like I'm freaking out for my family, I guess. And I can completely get that. I've tried to kill myself, and my last thoughts are always about my family, my friends, my dogs, the people I love. And it's really painful knowing that you're leaving them or you're going to try and leave them. And then she basically works on that and says, Conrad, I told you I'll take care of them. Everyone will take care of them to make sure they won't be alone, and people will help them get through it. We talked about this. They will be okay and accept it. People who commit suicide don't think this much. They just do it. And he puts, I know, lol. Thinking just drives me more crazy. She replies, exactly. You just need to do it, Conrad, or I'm going to get you help. How is getting help a threat when you're trying to make the guy kill himself? I'm pretty sure getting help is the best option out of suicide, of getting help. And she's using it as like a negative thing. If you are suicidal, I cannot tell you enough how much I want you to get help. Like, it's so isolating and awful, just horrific feeling suicidal. Okay, so going back to the chat, we can see here that Conrad is saying he's going to do it today, and she says, do you promise? He says, I promise, babe. I have to go now. She says, like, right now? And he says, well, where do I go? Sad face. She just puts, you can't break a promise, and just go in a quiet parking lot or something. So how callous is that, you know? Just someone's going to kill themselves, and that's your reaction. Like, how fucked up is that? How does this occur in someone's head that this is an okay thing to say? Did she know this was fucked up, or did she have some mental excuse in her head for it? Like, I really want to know. Like, that you can't break a promise thing, that's like a threat. Like, if you don't do this, I'm not going to be happy. It's suicide. The poor guy is going to kill himself. Like, that is horrific. Absolutely horrific. I will never understand that. I would never tell my worst enemy to do that. Anyway, carrying on. He says, okay. She says, go somewhere you know you won't get caught. You can find a place. I know you can. Are you doing it now? He says, still have no clue. She says, not finding a place to go isn't an excuse. Again, kind of being like, I won't be happy if you don't do this. He says, I know where to go. They talk about that for a little bit. Are you going now? She says, talk a little bit further about how his mum's going to the beach. She says she's going kayaking. She says she'll enjoy herself, basically. He says, haha, you love kayaking. And she says, yup, smiley face, something I wish we could have done, sad face. Yup, with a happy face, yeah, I love kayaking. Shame you'll be dead next time when I'm doing it. Like, what the fuck? What the actual... I'm sorry, I'm getting really angry about this, but like, what the hell? How is that something... Okay, let's just carry on. I think they must have talked about her having children, because he says, make sure you take your son kayaking, and she puts, haha, of course I will. He says he's done now. I love you so much. He says, she says, I love you forever. Sorry, she says, I love you so much. He says, I love you forever. I'm in the worst pain right now. It's unbearable. I think it's time to do it now then. Do you agree? Conrad, please answer me. He says, I'm still at the beach. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me know when you're leaving. Okay. Sorry, that was my friend who called. She wanted to know if she could borrow my bike because she has a flat tire, haha. It's all good, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm determined. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I'm ready. Good, because it's time, babe. You know that. When you get back from the beach, you got to do it. You're ready, you're determined. It's the best time. Okay, I will. Are you back? No more thinking. Yes, no more thinking. You just need to do it. No more waiting. On my way back, I know where to go now. She says, where? He says, a parking lot. There's going to be no cars there at 9, so that's when I'll be found. Okay, perfect. When will you be home? 10 minutes. Haha, that's perfect. Okay, and well, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to kill anyone else with me. She says, you won't? And he says, when they open the door, they won't know. It's odorless and colourless. You're overturning. I think she means overthinking. You will see they will see the generator and realise you breathed in CO. So shall I keep it in the back seat or front? And then again, she's telling him exactly what to do here. In front, you could write on a piece of paper and tape it on saying carbon monoxide or something if you're scared. This isn't just encouraging someone, this is telling someone exactly what to do. It's like if she was in that car with him, she almost has a gun to his head saying you've got to kill yourself or I'm going to shoot the gun. It's bizarre. How does this enter someone's head? They're talking, he says he's stressing, you're fine, it's going to be okay, you just got to do it, babe, you can't think about it. Okay, I got this. She says, did you delete the messages? Will you do it when you go back? And then this is basically the end of the conversation, I believe, from this end. Are you going to do it now? I haven't left you yet, haha, why? Leaving now. Okay, you can do this. Okay, I'm almost there. Please answer me, I'm scared. Are you okay? I love you, please answer. You're at your dad's. Camden told me I'll get you help soon, I guess. I thought you actually did it. I will get you help soon, I guess. So in her mind, this guy has tried to kill himself, failed, and she's pissed off enough to be like, I'll get you help soon. Not bothered enough to ring an ambulance, not bothered to let anyone know. And then her disappointment in the phrase, I thought you actually did it, is palpable. What the utter hell? Honestly. Like, people say Satan doesn't exist, but this fucking girl has Satan in her, I swear. Okay, and so the last contact that they ended up having is here. 6:25, the last text message was sent by Conrad, saying, okay, I'm almost there. Just before she said, okay, you can do this. And it says here, after the exchange of these messages, Michelle left her house and talked with Conrad for 43 minutes. According to the court documents, at some point during that call, Conrad got out of the car because he got scared, but Michelle told him to get back in. His body was found in his pickup truck after his parents reported him missing. So this is the reason she was found guilty, is this phone call, really, because it wasn't just that she'd encouraged him, it was that he'd done it, he'd got out because he was scared, and she'd then said, get back in. And knowing the consequences of that, knowing what would happen in terms of his death. So I think that's why she got the guilty charge, and I believe she was sentenced to over 20 years, which I'm fucking glad about, as awful as that sounds. I really hope that's right, the number that I read. Because in my mind, it's murder in a way. Like, yes, it was his choice, it was his responsibility, but he didn't have full capacity, he didn't have full clarity mentally and emotionally. And maybe neither should she. But at the same time, she also did push him to do this. She sent a lot of messages to him, encouraging it and being like, you've got to do it, you've got to do it. Your family will be fine, I'll be fine, we'll look after each other. You don't need to worry about that. Every query and every worry that he had, she had something to back it with. And be like, nah, it's fine because. Or, well, no, you know this. And the poor guy died. Like, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. I know this video's been really depressing. I'm sorry. I don't really know what the point of it was other than just to talk about this. But I wanted to raise awareness to it because it's such a horrific case in my mind. Even though there isn't a physical murder or a physical attack from someone else to him, I do feel like she's partially responsible. And clearly the judge did too. That's why she was sentenced. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as you can. And yeah, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you want, and that would mean the world to me. Leave me a comment, say hi, give me your opinion, anything you want to say to me, and well, yeah, stay cool, stay safe. Bye, guys.